Homelessness is a reality in cities across the United States, and the numbers are staggering. In 2025, thousands of individuals are struggling to survive on the streets of some of the country's largest and most famous cities. In this video, we'll explore the 10 U.S. cities with the highest homeless populations, delving into the causes behind this crisis and the efforts being made to find lasting solutions. Stay with us as we uncover the harsh realities faced by those without homes and the ongoing battle to create change. But before starting the video, I want to request we put our best efforts to create our every single video, so please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Number 1. New York City, New York. New York City, the largest city in the U.S., also has the largest homeless population, with over 75,000 people experiencing homelessness in 2023. The city's high rent prices, housing shortages, and the influx of people seeking work and shelter contribute significantly to this staggering number. The city's homelessness crisis is further compounded by issues like mental illness and substance abuse, with many residents living in shelters or on the streets. The city's response includes providing temporary shelters, expanding affordable housing programs, and tackling homelessness through supportive services like healthcare and job placement. However, experts argue that systemic changes are required, particularly to address the root causes like rising rents and economic inequality. New York is also dealing with the challenge of finding housing for its homeless population within an already constrained housing market. The cost of living in New York continues to increase, and with it, the number of people on the streets grows. Local organizations like the Coalition for the Homeless are working tirelessly to provide immediate relief and push for policy changes. But without addressing the high cost of housing, the city's efforts will remain a temporary solution. Number 2. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is the second city on our list, with more than 70,000 homeless individuals in 2023. The homeless population here has reached crisis levels, with tent encampments becoming a common sight along major streets and highways. The root causes in LA are multifaceted. The city has one of the highest rent prices in the country, and many people simply cannot afford to live in the city. There is also a severe shortage of affordable housing options, with long waiting lists for public housing. Moreover, a significant portion of the homeless population struggles with mental health issues and addiction. In response, Los Angeles has expanded shelters and implemented initiatives like a Bridge Home, which focuses on creating temporary shelters and supportive services. However, the growing number of people experiencing homelessness, combined with a lack of affordable housing, has made it difficult to make a significant dent in the issue. The city's efforts have been focused on creating more supportive housing and providing mental health services, but the crisis continues to worsen, signaling the need for more aggressive action to tackle the underlying causes. Los Angeles is also attempting to address the issue through Measure H, which increased taxes to fund homelessness services. While the measure has made a difference in providing resources, the city remains overwhelmed by the sheer size of its homeless population. Number 3. Seattle, Washington. Seattle ranks third on the list with over 12,000 homeless individuals. The city has faced an increase in unsheltered homelessness, which is partly driven by factors like a booming tech industry, rising rent prices, and a severe shortage of affordable housing. The city is known for its progressive social policies, but the high cost of living continues to push people out of their homes and onto the streets. Mental health issues and substance abuse are also significant contributors, as many of Seattle's homeless residents struggle with these challenges. Seattle has made efforts to address homelessness through various initiatives, including outreach programs and supportive housing. In 2023, the city expanded shelter capacity and began focusing on creating affordable housing, but it still faces a significant gap between the demand for services and the resources available. One initiative that has received attention is the city's navigation team, which helps individuals connect with services like housing, healthcare, and mental health counseling. However, critics argue that while outreach is necessary, it is not enough to solve the structural issues driving homelessness. Number 4. San Diego, California. San Diego is experiencing a homelessness crisis with about 8,000 individuals living on the streets. Much like other cities in California, San Diego is grappling with sky-high housing costs and a shortage of affordable housing options. Many residents in San Diego are living paycheck to paycheck, and when faced with medical emergencies, job loss, or other financial setbacks, they are quickly pushed into homelessness. The city has responded by adopting the Housing First strategy, which provides homeless individuals with permanent housing before addressing other issues like addiction and mental health. The idea behind Housing First is that a stable living environment gives people the foundation to seek treatment and employment. However, the sheer number of people in need of housing far exceeds the city's current capacity. While temporary shelters and transitional housing programs have helped, many people are still waiting for permanent housing solutions. San Diego also faces challenges related to its climate, as extreme heat during the summer months poses a significant risk to those living on the streets. The city's efforts to improve homelessness services include expanding emergency shelter space and enhancing outreach programs. However, the city will need to build more affordable housing to address the problem long term. Number 5. Denver, Colorado. Denver has seen a significant rise in its homeless population, with over 5,000 people without permanent shelter in 2024. The city has faced rapid growth in recent years, and along with that growth has come increased pressure on the housing market. The price of rent has soared, leaving many residents unable to keep up with rising costs. Additionally, Denver has been hit by the opioid crisis, and a large portion of the homeless population struggles with addiction. The city has focused on increasing its shelter capacity and providing mental health services. Denver's Right to Rest ordinance, which was proposed to give homeless people the legal right to rest in public spaces, highlights the city's commitment to addressing homelessness with compassion. However, advocates argue that these measures are not enough and that more needs to be done to provide affordable housing and long-term solutions. Denver has also seen an uptick in homelessness during the winter months due to extreme cold weather. The city's response has included winter shelters and outreach teams, but with the increasing number of people in need, these resources are often insufficient. As Denver continues to grow, addressing homelessness will require a collaborative effort from both the public and private sectors. Number 6. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix has over 3,000 homeless individuals in 2024, with its homeless crisis driven by the city's rapid urbanization and the increasing cost of living. As more people move to Phoenix seeking affordable housing, many find themselves unable to afford rent, pushing them into homelessness. The city also faces extreme summer heat, making life on the streets particularly dangerous. The response has included building more shelters and providing outreach programs to connect people with services, but the demand for housing far exceeds the resources available. Mental health issues and substance abuse are significant factors contributing to homelessness in Phoenix. Local organizations and government initiatives are working together to create sustainable solutions, such as affordable housing projects and efforts to combat addiction, but progress has been slow due to funding and resource limitations. Number 7. San Francisco, California. San Francisco, with more than 8,000 homeless people, continues to face a deepening crisis due to soaring housing prices, lack of affordable homes, and gentrification. The city has a visible homeless population, with many individuals living in tents along major streets. While San Francisco has expanded services like shelters and supportive housing, critics argue these are merely temporary solutions. Mental health and substance abuse are significant challenges, making it difficult for many people to get the help they need. The city's efforts, including the citywide homelessness response plan, aim to improve shelter access, but the high cost of living and limited affordable housing continue to drive people into homelessness. San Francisco is also tackling homelessness with innovative approaches like harm reduction programs and the homeless outreach program to support individuals on the streets. However, there is still a long way to go before systemic changes take place. Number 8. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, home to over 3,000 homeless individuals, presents a unique case in the homelessness crisis. The city's reliance on the tourism industry, paired with the high cost of living, has led to a growing population living without permanent housing. Many individuals find themselves struggling with low-wage jobs, making it difficult to afford rent, while addiction and mental health issues exacerbate the crisis. Las Vegas has tried to address homelessness by expanding emergency shelters and outreach programs, but these efforts are not enough. The climate in Las Vegas, with scorching temperatures, further complicates the situation, making it especially dangerous for homeless individuals during the summer. The city is focusing on building affordable housing, improving healthcare access, and providing mental health services, but it is clear that the problem requires more than just temporary measures. Number 9. Sacramento, California. Sacramento, with over 5,500 homeless individuals, is facing a growing crisis as housing prices continue to rise, leaving many low-income residents unable to afford their homes. The city's homelessness problem is compounded by mental health issues, addiction, and a lack of available shelter space. Sacramento has worked to address homelessness by expanding emergency shelters and implementing the Housing First initiative, which focuses on providing permanent housing solutions to individuals experiencing homelessness. However, the need for affordable housing remains a major barrier, and temporary shelters alone cannot solve the problem. The city also faces challenges related to healthcare access and the increasing number of people living on the streets. Sacramento is focusing on building more affordable housing, increasing mental health resources, and providing job training programs to help those in need regain stability. However, the number of homeless individuals continues to rise, and finding long-term solutions remains a pressing challenge. Number 10. Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon has a homeless population of over 4,000 individuals, a situation worsened by rising housing costs, gentrification, and a shortage of affordable homes. The city's homelessness crisis has been exacerbated by mental health issues, substance abuse, and a lack of supportive services. Tent encampments can be found in many parts of the city, and with winter approaching, the situation becomes even more dire. Portland's response has included shelter expansions, outreach programs, and the creation of affordable housing units, but these efforts have struggled to meet the growing demand. Like other cities, Portland is also focusing on long-term solutions like the Portland Homeless Family Project to provide housing and support services. However, the city's increasing housing costs make it difficult for many residents to stay in their homes, and without systemic changes to affordable housing and social services, the crisis is expected to continue. Local officials are pushing for increased funding to build more shelters and expand mental health programs, but challenges remain. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.